When you see in the actual trailer for Venom, and you start to say to yourself, okay, this looks like a buddy cop type of thing, living with the symbiote, it's getting to be as problematic more than it is somebody who actually has a life. He moves as if Eddie Brock has no life and he can't do anything. Now, from what I've been told, there is another symbiote that might be in here. They drop little kudos as to we might see Spider-Man in here in the future. This is a mixture of two different analogies. Analogy number one is that you're seeing is he keeps going back interviewing the guy in prison who we all know and we seen from the first Venom, and he interviews him when he had the horrible wig on. Now you fast forward it, it's his actual hair now. It's not as curly, it's more trimmed and cut. He's been in prison for a while, and they've been going back and forth interviewing each other, and we all know that this person is going to be Carnage. Now, what they're not showing you is the fact that there's going to be another symbiote to show up. We're going to see Carnage's girlfriend that might help. She has special powers. I saw her in there. It's only coming out to the movie theaters. I think it's going to be off the chain. You see, they got the Daily Bugle in there, but it's made in the same form as the Daily Bugle logo that they have in the actual Spider-Man. So as you see the logo, that was the same one that was in the Spider-Man movie. So that's showing you a connection that they're really connected. Now, Spider-Man could make an appearance on an end screen credit, or 'cause it seems to me that they're mixing the storyline or the origins of Venom and the origins of Carnage, and they're mixing them together in one. So Maximum Carnage could be the trilogy, where another symbiote will be involved in here, and actually they're going to make it where Carnage wins. Well, Carnage is actually in the he's in the Darkhold, actually. So they could run that right with Wanda. If it wasn't so attached to it, but if you remember the Darkhold, he was like that. And the Ravencroft Institution for the Criminally Insane, as you can see in the comics, they're there, and there's Ravencroft. That's exactly where he's being kept. So everybody saw that right away. That was the first biggest Easter egg that they had in the whole program. And there she is. You remember her from the comics? There she is. What's up, Christian? Yeah, well, see, in the comic books, it kind of plays out a little differently. So her actions was more battling Spider-Man than battling Venom. She was like the girlfriend of Carnage. But it's interesting. They made her a black woman, which was cool. Now they had them smash the. See, now the hair is cut. As you can see, the different reactions, different ways he was from then to now. Totally different. So anyway, they had it where he was going to be scheduled for execution, and you could see the symbiote come out and stop the execution and breaks him out, and it takes over. Oh no, it's a different director. This is Andy Serkis is doing the directing this time. The Andy Serkis. Carnage came from Venom. I wouldn't. It's hard to say. It was so many symbiotes there. I don't know how they're gonna do this one. Because if you remember the first Venom movie, there was a whole bunch of symbiotes there. I was just glad they were able to finish this film with everything that's going on. As you can see that Carnage is tearing up helicopters who are trying to come in and stop him, seeming after he broke out of the institution where he was trying to be exterminated. Well, Carnage was more brutal and more homicidal than anybody out there because of who he was attached to. Oh yes, it definitely comes out this year. And it's coming out only in theaters, not on streaming networks. So you got to get out and go to the movies, which I have no problems getting out going to movies to see this. Everyone was complaining like, "It doesn't look like Carnage." I'm like, it looks like Carnage to me. I'm like, you got to understand, this is not the finished product. This is the trailer. So you're not going to see all the things in detailed. This is not the final touch on it all. So we're working on our way there. Oh, you know they're already hating. This is what people do. Well, Mrs. Chan and the whole thing where like he protects the store and all of these different things. So We should eat Mrs. Chan. Well, him playing Venom is more Tom Hardy than anything. Him playing Wolverine is not really Tom Hardy. I can't see him playing that. He needs somebody with more depth. Well, this is a throwback to the original. You see him in the church windows and he's coming down. It's like throwing back to the old Spider-Man when he was in the church bells and Venom came into be. Now you got him coming in there from the church windows. Well, Spider-Man might be in the third installment, and they might have to team up to take down Carnage. Because from what I've been told, that Carnage wins in this thing. Like Carnage doesn't die. And then there's another symbiote that comes along and complicates things. And this doesn't end like on a good note. That this ends like on a cliffhanger to where the next one should be maximum carnage. Because this is mixed. This is mixed with Venom's origin story, mixed in with Carnage's origin story. So you're going to have a combination of the two. Should be great.